Hey guys, what is up? So I am back. I just finished a live. I had changed my shirt. I put on my robe. I was in the bed. And then as soon as I get in the bed, I see a 2 minute video that says, no, it said, I saw a notification that said, Trisha Paytas uploaded like 2 minutes ago. And I was like, say what now? Oh my goodness. So we're about to react to this Trisha Paytas video. It's crazy. Hold on, let's see. There we go. Okay. So let's start this. I can't believe I'm back with another live. All right. About to react to Trisha Paytas' video. I'm about to play it in just a second. There we go. Okay, cool.
All right. Hey guys, I want to make this as short and condensed as possible because I really felt pressured into making this video, and I really don't want to talk about it further. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot for me to process. First and foremost, I want to apologize for my posting my psychotic breakdown. I had a snap, and I snapped, and I didn't know what to do, and I was uncontrollable. I was out of control, and luckily Moses had come back, and I was able to gain some sort of self-control because
I still stand. I know we're only 41 seconds into this video, but I still stand with that whole entire video was performative. Ooh, so Melly Daisy said Ethan just tweeted. Tati K, hey. Taylor Owen says what? By the way, hi. Hey, Melly Daisy. Rev Raven M Crow. Hey. So, I thought why not just react to this video that Trisha just posted, Why the heck not, right? What do I got going on? I have some trolleys that I grabbed upstairs from Costco, like the big ones, and a water bottle. So yeah, grab a snack. This is a 30-minute video, so yeah. Let's watch. And off the bat, real quick, you can tell Trisha's been reading comments too.
I felt helpless at my wit's end, and I snapped, and I apologize for the psychotic breakdown for posting it, and for anyone who's worried. It's been crazy the past couple weeks. I don't know. I don't want to speculate why, but it's, it's been really crazy. And the only thing I could put two and two together was Ethan taking jabs at me, posting clips, posting me as the highlights again.
Oh my gosh. Shut up. Okay. Okay. We're 1 minute and 17 seconds into this video, and it's all about Trisha. Already. Ethan taking jabs at me. Trisha, address the inconsistency. If they go this whole entire video without addressing the inconsistency, I don't think they will, but all freaking ready, Ethan taking jabs at me, and it's not about Ethan, okay? It's about you, and you saying that, calling out a teacher who's no longer with us, who can't defend themselves. This person can't defend themselves because they are no longer with us. That's what people want you to address, and instead you are already cooking and stirring up the pot. No one gives two shits shits if Ethan puts you in the highlight, because he can do whatever the hell he wants. Damn. Once again, Gabby Hanna and Trisha Paytas similarities. It's like you don't have control over what the hell Ethan does. Okay? Okay. Let's continue.
Making fun of me, just calling me, the B word, just really just jabbing and obviously it hurts, but that's fine. I made the effort and the announcement and just the choice for myself to stop talking about people, period, including...
No one cares. No one cares about the choice you made, the commitments you made to yourself. What people care about, Trisha, is the teacher. Okay? Apologize. Already off the bat, you can tell this is a video to where Trisha, they are not going to be sincere. They're not going to be genuine. Red flags already.
Including anyone. Like, it's just, I don't want it. I do feel this is a little karmatically coming back to me for talking about so many people in front of me. And honestly, if I could take back every single thing I said, I would. Speculating about people's lives. I would talk about situations that I wasn't involved in. Situations I was involved in, I really don't have any regrets about it. If I was there, if I saw something. But talking about situations that I just had no knowledge about or just wasn't there, like, I regret it. The speculation, all of it. Like, it's awful. I remember one of the last couple episodes, we talked about Mike Malak and FaZe Banks, and I was really triggered because they were jabbing at me or whatever. And I misspoke. And Mike had called me that night and said, hey, can we just, stop this? Can we just end this? Talk.
Irrelevant. No one cares. Absolutely irrelevant. Let's read the comments. This is irrelevant. Trisha, no one cares about what you said to Mike. But what about him? No one cares. Let's read some comments. What a disingenuous thing to say. The username is judgmental. What a disingenuous thing to say. She knows exactly what is going on and that it was very little, if anything, to do with Ethan. This person, I can't take it. Katie D says, the swing is honestly alarming, so calculated. Courtney L says, yes, tell her. She's so strategic. They know what they're doing, okay? Trisha knows what they're doing.
And you know what? They took one phone call from me, be like, yeah, we will. Anytime someone has asked me, asked me to stop, I will stop.
By the way, the comments are turned off.
Especially if it's misspeaking and this lying thing has come around recently, that Trisha lies so much. There's a difference between misspeaking, hearing things, and not getting all the facts right, not fact-checking, and also...
No, a lie is when you said someone got arrested and then they didn't. That's a lie.
Versus sharing something you know to not be true for the malicious intent of tricking someone or making someone look bad. And so I get stories mixed up. I hear things from people and I don't fact check, and that was ultimately why I should never have had a podcast. I should never have been on Frenemies. But I'm not the only person in the world to do that. Having said that, I have never lied about any things that have happened to me. I've only felt comfortable enough sharing and stating the name of somebody after I had been told about what I said, and I will correct myself, was arrest for CP, which he was actually fired for watching pee in a classroom full of kids. I've never lied. It was a hard thing for me to even say then, but I felt safe enough to do it because of that reason. I've only ever felt safe enough to talk about someone when other people are talking about them, and you're like, okay.
So what is the point here? Is Trisha trying... So I feel like Trisha is slowly trying to tell us that they misspoke. That's what Trisha's slowly trying to tell us. Just say it. It's already 3 minutes into the video. This is how the video should be. Hey guys, I wanted to address some things. I misspoke. I lied. The teacher I got the information wrong, and I apologize to the teacher and the teacher in the school and the family. This is how you know Trisha don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about they don't care about the actual situation. All they care about is their self-image. Let's read some comments before I press play on this again. Melly Daisy says, you spread misinformation on something serious, just like Keem accused that old me, right? I was going to say that earlier, but I was like, I am not about to, yeah, because Keemstar, never mind, I'm not going to talk about him. KDD says, then why are you online? What does that mean? Taylor Owen says, her actual statements contradict each other. There's no way that at some point she didn't lie. Rev Raven M. Crow says, she talks so fast it's hard to understand her. Daniela K says, 1 minute they feel safe talking about it, and the next they say they were pressured by Ethan to talk about it. Make it make sense. And that's another thing. I didn't like how Trisha was like, now I'm being... automatically, the video starts off with me. I'm being pressured to talk about this. When in reality, if you guys saw my last live, in reality... Trisha had made these videos, like an actual video about like blanking a teacher. It was a music video. It's in my last live. And so Trisha had no problem making light fun of the situation. It was kind of creepy in a way. Trisha has made fun about this on TikTok, and now when they're being called about their story being inconsistent, now all of a sudden it's like, how dare they force me to talk about this when Trisha had no problem monetizing actually off of this.
Okay. A lot of it's getting mixed up with what I said is specifically. First and foremost, the family's getting doxxed. This man in question is deceased, and the family is getting harassed, which
who's I can't speak right now because who's the person that went on camera and said this teacher's name? You did. Take accountability, take responsibility. It was you, Trisha. You. The reason why this person is getting doxxed, it's not because of Ethan. It's not because of Hila. It's not because of H3H3. It is because of you. And they're already directing the blame. Like, this video is already shit. This video is absolute shit already. So far, I don't hear any I'm sorries, any I take accountability, any I take responsibility.
That is without a doubt where it's from. I check it like I would check up on a toxic ex-boyfriend, trying to figure out like what they're saying, what's happening next, and that's where all of it's stemming from, all the information and the harassment. And I was just getting harassed constantly over the weekend, saying apologize to the person because of a video that someone just googled some facts, said this person is this and this, saying their name. So it's sending more hate to the family, saying their hate name to me, which was just beyond triggering. Because here's the thing. I never thought any of this was a problem. I thought relationships I had with teachers and older professionals my entire life as a child, as a minor, as a teenager, was fine. No one talked about it. No one said it wasn't. Like, and even for me, I never felt trauma. I've talked about this numerous times.
Okay, so right now Trisha's trying to make an excuse for themselves. They're trying to say that, yes, I understand, when Trisha was young, that they didn't think at the time, they didn't see their actions was a problem. But what about just a few years ago when Trisha made a video trying to censor myself, trying to blank a teacher? Trisha was coherent, made a script, had hired a bunch of actors to blank this teacher. They were supposed to be all like little kids and stuff, and they were trying to blank this teacher in the classroom. So what about that? That wasn't when you were young, Trisha. Like, I understand what Trisha's saying, but right now it just sounds like Trisha is making excuses.
I never thought it was trauma. I never thought it was trauma until I started unpacking it. And I was like, oh, this might be the reason for this. I switched school districts 5 different times. I went to Byron School District up until the age of 14, and I switched for a different reason. That was also misconduct. So I I have no sympathy for what I said. I have no sorrow for that. I just wish literally families weren't getting harassed, and also I wasn't getting harassed for it.
I
This
don't
is why I will
care.
never talk about ever.
This is like, at this point, I think this is torture. But I'm gonna sit and watch this because I just want to make sure I have everything. And then I'll make a shorter video on this because this is absolute ridiculous to me. So far, I hear I. Now they're talking about moving to schools. Like, I don't want to hear, I mean, no offense to Trisha, but no one wants to hear about their traumatic experience. At this point, we just want you to address the inconsistencies in your story. That's it.
Again, even if someone comes out with stories about teachers or professionals, medical professionals, in multiple school districts, I had I'll never say anything anymore because of this reason, because the backlash. I was always scared of it before, and now it just proves my point that no matter what I say. Now, someone did come out, a former classmate of mine, it's easily verifiable that this was a classmate. We were in the exact same class the same year. You can find it in the yearbook and see it. There was yearbook pictures back then, and this person came out. Their Twitter account was established in 2012. Everyone's first accused me of making up this account. Why would I make up an account in 2012 with somebody I went to school with's name? And then there was saying, oh, well, she's actually dead, and Trisha bought this account to say, no, this person, who I will keep anonymous because they went private and then they came back by...
I can already tell you that once again, Trisha is just making excuses. This is excuse. I want to know what Ethan's tweet is, so I'm going to actually look that up right now. I want to know what he's tweeting. Let's see. Because right about now, that seems more interesting than this. Let's see. Ethan's tweet. Let me see what it says. Ethan. Okay, so Ethan tweeted, if Trisha, wants me to stop talking about her, then she needs to stop lying about me. Her teacher is being doxxed for one reason only. She mentioned him by name, school and year, and told people to look him up. She needs to take responsibility and stop blaming me for her shit. Preach. That's what I just said. Shit. Preach. Exactly. This family, they're being doxxed, they're being this and because you did it.
Because their families started getting harassed. This person shared really personal information to verify they were who they said they were. Their dad is prominent in this town, and this person shared
no one cares.
Shared text messages with other people we went to school with, talking about this incident, and basically just saying, yeah, like he was creepy, just like I said. I mean, grab me, okay. There's way more severe stories that have happened with other people, but this particular situation, same situation, during the game, all this stuff, and then, he did get fired for, and then people are making excuses for that even. No matter what I say, it'll never be good enough, and now that someone's come forward, that person's getting harassed. Well, first they think it's me, but now there's an actual person getting harassed, her actual family's getting harassed.
Can't you see, like, the story cooking up in her head? Like, can you see the actual mind turning and spinning? Like, ooh, this is sounding good. This is what they want to hear. Can you see them saying, this sounds somewhat believable. This sounds something that people can debate on amongst each other. I don't believe in this crock of shit. Like, and the very fact that she's avoiding the question everyone has been asking her pretty much sums up this whole thing. That she lied, they lied, and that's that, I feel like.
Her dad, and yes, she put out that information to be like, look, this is me, but now they're getting harassed. I try to follow her as of today to at least reach out and just at least say thank you for just... Because she did say, like, no, he wasn't arrested, and the person who told me originally, they also had instances with, similar in our sphere, and so thank you for, she had a different thing and different reaction and all that stuff like that, but it just felt like this is a person, and I remember the name instantly, and I remember.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Trisha is talking about this person and how, sorry for whoever this person is. If you exist, if you are real, sorry that if this is actual real person who went through this, sorry. However, this is the story I guess we're getting. This was the day that Trisha needed to figure out how they were going to explain all of this to us, right? Let's read some comments. Melissa Malding, I swear I can absolutely see her lies turning all over her face, right? Like, you could just see her brain spinning like this is something they're going to believe. Katie D says, this person that came forward is out there, but there's a lot of conflicting info on that source and story alone. You know, look, I'm not going to sit here and, like, I understand what you're saying, Katie, but I'm not going to, if this person is real out there, I'm genuinely sorry for what you're going through. But right now, Trisha Paytas is making an excuse and not really addressing anything. Daniela K says, so another person actually came forward. Oh, you're asking Katie. Melissa Malding says, if this is a real person, she's telling their essay story. True. Jennifer Fair. Spoiler alert, no, she doesn't. Evangeline Bennett. I watched the whole video and she hasn't said anything new. Awesome. Well, that's good to know. But, you know, I like to watch. I don't know. I may do a short video on this later because this is a 30-minute video that looks like it's going absolutely nowhere. It just looks like it's going nowhere. But I'd like to say that I've watched this and reacted to this crock, this piece of shit. Like, this video is a piece of shit.
I remembered her dad instantly. You know, this is a person, I haven't talked to anyone from Byron, Illinois in 20 years, probably. If you want to be specific, probably 19 years. I haven't talked to anyone.
All the semantics, no one cares.
Let me come live with my dad in California because of a situation that happened. And when I was 14, and I switched schools a lot. You know, I don't want anyone getting harassed in a situation. Now that someone's come forward, it's not good enough. It's like, oh, just a random person, which can easily be verified in our yearbooks. I hear rumors that this teacher was a teacher. That's also going to be verified. There's so many things that can be verified, you know.
Okay, move on.
I didn't feel comfortable talking about it further. The time when I mentioned it.
How is it that you don't... The thing is, like... I don't want to offend any person that's been SA'd, but it's just... It seems like everything is at their convenience. You know, with Trisha, it's like you can make a TikTok about it. You've made a music video about it. But then when someone tries to call you out on something, all of a sudden it's so hard to talk about. Now, I understand, guys. I completely understand about, like, being essayed, and I understand, like, people deal with it, they deal with it in their own way. But Trisha has done so many things with this story, and so when there's some discrepancies in their story, it's like it's just too hard to talk about it. When you were laughing about it, you monetized off of it. You made a music video about it.
On the podcast, like I was talking about that at therapy at the time, and I was heated, I was upset, and I don't talk about it because part of me is like there's a lot of emotions, you know. Part of me is like, oh, it wasn't that bad, like I laughed, I thought it was funny, I liked attention, like, you know, stuff like that. And part of me is like, no, it was. And then after this weekend, just seeing it spammed, and then also the note from Ethan, and then the text from Ethan being like, you know, you have to make a statement about this, and I was just like, it started the panic mode in me. It was the fight or flight that kicked off, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I really started feeling like I did do something wrong in this situation.
See, now Trisha's spinning the story. All Ethan said was that he even goes, I want to emphasize, I think I remember this shit by heart. I want to emphasize that I don't believe Trisha would ever make up something like this. You know, that's what he said. And Trisha's acting like, once again, Trisha is trying to make us not like Ethan. And all Ethan is saying is just address the fucking, issue. The thing is, you said, Trisha, that the dude was arrested. You're the one who doxed his fucking name. That's what people are saying. So just own the fucking shit. Instead, you want to take this video to come for Ethan. Gosh. Let's read comments. Blue Ridge Bunny, and we're back. Yes, now I didn't have to click. Oh, she's right. She felt the panic all right. Daddy Daughter Gaming says she's dangerous to Ethan and Hila. She's obsessed with them and keeps blaming them like she did with David. Well, I don't know about that with David, Daddy Daughter Gaming, but I do believe Ethan and Hila. David Dobrik. I'm not a David Dobrik fan. Zariah Powell says if the teacher went to jail, there would be a report. No one can find it. XOXO says, honestly, I can't even listen to her being someone who has really gone through childhood. She's so triggering. All she cares about is winning. She has no heart. And Rev Raven M. Crow says, yeah, seems like she's lying hardcore about this. And as someone who actually dealt with SA, this cuts deep. Yeah, like, it seems as if this is, guys, so her silence on YouTube or, making her Twitter private, it was all to come up with this. It was all, definitely they talked to lawyers. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to say something that's not going to incriminate themselves. That's what I'm getting here. Nola Ray says, fans and drama channels need to make sure from here on out this evil behavior is not enabled. She's dangerous to too many people. You know what sucks about this, guys? There are people who are actually I'm not saying Trisha hasn't been essayed, but the way how Trisha is handling this, it's like, it's so disrespectful. So even if Trisha has been SA'd, guess what? Trisha is still disrespectful towards people who have been. This is just on a whole new level, disrespectful, making fun of it. And it's like, and I want to repeat, I'm not saying Trisha has not been SA'd. I believe something happened to Trisha, but I think that at the same time, Trisha's being disrespectful. Feel me?
And I don't think the family deserves to be harassed or anything.
You doxed them!
A person who came to my defense, but that's the thing. No one else will ever come forward about anything because they get harassed. Their families get harassed. This is a small town.
You doxed them. You did it.
It's why I never have and I never will. I will never talk about it again after this, and I really didn't want to. And like I said, I really felt pressured.
Because you lied.
Messages, so.
You lied, misspoke, whatever fancy terminology you like to use. The reason why everyone is here is because of you. Like, I mean, and I hate how Trisha's trying to then turn this into, she's trying to manipulate us by, sorry, I guess I shouldn't be eating gummies. She's trying to manipulate us by saying, look, I've been SA'd, so you can't come for me. If you stated something wrong in your story that incriminates someone else, then you need to speak up about that, whether you've been SA'd or not. Feel me? Like, even if you were SA'd, I genuinely am sorry. I am genuinely sorry that Trisha was SA'd. But they added someone into their story about being SA'd and the information was not accurate. Simple as that.
We'll go to that real quick. I released those text messages because I sent a huge paragraph. This was my first communication with Ethan, Hila, and it was Dan on there. It was the whole crew. That was my first communication ever since the end of things. aside from the last episode of Frenemies that we filmed, where I apologized again there, all this stuff like that. Like, this was our only communication. No, they never reached out. I never reached out. And I was it was a day where all of it it just escalated more and more. I want to just briefly touch on this again because I don't want any more further harassment on this for anyone.
So far, we've been 10 minutes into this video, and Trisha, honestly, all Trisha has stated was that they misspoke. That's about it. That seems to be the only accountability I'm hearing here, is that they're very vague when they say, Trisha's very vague when they say, oh, well, I know when we did the show, I misspoke on some things. That's about all I'm hearing. I feel like that's going to be the only thing I'm hearing here. Let's read some comments. Daddy Daughter Gaming. Guys, this isn't some funny drama. Anyone, Trisha is very dangerous. Can't you see? Stop paying for her antics. She's a dangerous being and needs to be off the internet seeking therapy. Yeah, that's true. Evangeline Bennett. Her reason for not believing Moses' victim is because there's text proof. With that logic, we can say the same to her. There's evidence to disprove her story, yet she's mad no one believes her. Yeah, that's an argument. Trisha's not ready to hear any arguments. Trisha's only ready to hear Trisha. Trisha's only ready to hear a story that will make her image sound great and perfect. Radish says, guys, it's okay. Trisha goes with she, her, they, them, all the corrections. This generation is really respectful. She does. They do. I mean, I always, I don't know, yeah, I get called out so many times and I just want to respect people, but it's so hard. As you can tell, I'm always constantly correcting myself with just saying she and they, and it just when I'm talking about someone so much, it just kind of gets confusing. Nola Ray. Mysterious is amazing. I have followed her for a long time and I'm so happy that her hard work is being noticed and enlightening people to the truth. Preach. Brooke, she's a manipulative monster. I pray. Okay. Brooke goes, she's not getting another redemption arc. Let's read one more comment and then we'll go back to the video. Christine, I wonder if Trisha will bring up the mysterious tea videos. I can tell you right now, Christine, I don't think that's going to happen. The way how Trisha's going on 10 minutes into this video without saying I'm sorry, with being vague on I may have misspoke on some things, she's not about to mention that tea channel. My opinion, though, we'll see.
Involved, but I'm just going to segue and talk about the Moses thing real quick. I've addressed all these things.
Ooh, Moses now.
From a year and a half ago, before we ever started even hooking up, but way before we started dating. We didn't start dating until August 1st. When I first met him on March 15th, we were just hooking up. I was doing OnlyFans. I was doing all that stuff that summer. We didn't start dating and be exclusive to August 1st. But regardless, stuff before we even met have come out. Just and we've discussed it. We moved past it. I'm the first to say we had a toxic AF relationship. He did some toxic shit. I did some, and it took us so much.
So is she admitting? Is Trisha admitting to Moses did some toxic shit? You ever notice how when Trisha gets really vague, that means that they're low-key admitting to it, but just enough to where we still have to question whether she did or not, which is obviously the definition of vague.
In-depth therapy and I have no idea how we stuck it out through everything. I'm not sure. I don't know how, and got through it, and we've gotten through it, but no one else will let us get through it. And the first episode of Frenemies was all about, there was multiple people that catfished him, and and one person he ended up meeting up with one time, and this person, from the day I posted the first picture of me and Moses, has been trying to get my attention, been trying to communicate with me. I would see all the texts that this person sent Moses about me, saying that they follow me for 10 years. They are watching my OnlyFans. They think they see his hand. They're doing all this stuff that was very detailed into knowing stuff about me, being she ruins every relationship. So
now Trisha's playing this girl off as being obsessive. And you know what? I really don't know Daphne. I'm assuming Trisha's talking about Daphne, the girl who I talked about in my last live. And I'm assuming that's who Trisha's talking about. Honestly, I don't know if Daphne is obsessive or not. But I'd just like to know what Trisha thinks about Daphne's statement of Moses allegedly essaying her by while during intimacy, Moses allegedly took off his protection. So I wonder what Trisha says about, because it sounds to me that Trisha is brushing Daphne off as just a huge stalker. So.
Just dragging me down from just posting pictures of us. We were just hooking up. We were just being friends. And of course I confronted Moses about, do you guys know who I am? You know what I mean? I was like, do you have a girl? And he showed me all the texts. He's like, showing you here, like, this isn't working out. We met once. This wasn't working out. Like, all this stuff. I was like, okay, cool. That was a month or so before we met. And so it's just none of my place, you know, right? Like, why am I going to talk about something that happened before me? I did address there's text messages that Moses was talking shit about me before we met, and you know what? That's a hard thing to overcome. Just like my altercation with Moses, like, that was for public viewing, right, on the first episode.
So Trisha's dressing this off. So it's weird because it's like, just to play devil's advocate for a second. Yes, we always want to believe the victim, like what Trisha preaches, believe the victim, always believe the victim, right? But now it becomes tricky when your soon-to-be husband is the abuser, or the person who's doing you get what I'm saying? I was trying to find the opposite word for victim, but you get what I'm saying. So what happens then? And honestly, guys, realistically speaking, though, we live in a world where it's not perfect. We live in a world where there are liars, cheaters, people who are secretly trying to get you, narcissists, all that jazz, right? So I can't yes, you always want to believe the victim, but we don't live in a perfect world. So yes, there is a chance that this Daphne person could possibly be lying. I mean, I'd be stupid to sit here if I didn't think that had crossed my mind. The thing is though, Moses, another ex-girlfriend came out about Moses saying the same thing. So I don't really know, two is like a pattern. I don't believe in a coincidence, so that's the problem. And I have a feeling Trisha's not going to mention the other person that apparently came out about Moses.
So for me, we didn't want that. They were private. It was private before them, but hey, it's out there, and I'll take ownership of it. But we both were very toxic, and we worked past it, and we're not at this place where it's just like, it's really amazing. I stand by Moses, he stands by me. Like, it's this place where there is just like, the therapy we've gone through and the walls we've broken have been insane. Stuff that happened before me, I'm not going to comment on. Moses has commented on it, and
hold on. I just thank you, Stopla. Ethan apparently just put out another tweet, so I want to read this. Getting all the drama tonight. I don't follow Ethan. I need to follow Ethan. Follow. Okay. Did he put out another tweet? No, he didn't. Oh, sorry. I'm probably just reading the other tweet. You're probably... Oh, no, he just did 1 minute ago. Trisha has accused... 1 minute ago. Shoot. Okay. Trisha has accused me of sending a hate mob after her. That's literally all she's tried to do since the first day frenemies ended. I have not even mentioned their allegations once on the podcast. She is lying and saying it's our fault. We have nothing to do with this hate mob. Facts. Facts. Preach, Ethan. Facts. Okay, let's continue watching this. Oh, wait, let me look at the comments one more time before I press play. Let's look at the comments. Ethan, please stand up. Please stand up. Yeah, he called her out. Yup. Crystal Ann says, the thing is, what do Moses' ex have to gain by coming out against him? Look, listen, we live in a world full of liars as well. Like, this world literally is not perfect. So, the first accusation, I was kind of like, we don't really know. But when someone else comes out saying the same thing, that's kind of questionable, right? It's so, and yeah, what do they have to gain? Some people may argue their 5 minutes of whatever fame, which would be pretty sad, but no one wants to, that's not fame, There's like honestly two arguments to this. One argument is that it's not fame for someone to come out about being SA'd. What attention could that bring, right? But playing devil's advocate here, the other argument could be maybe someone out there could be that desperate. I don't know. Here's what I do know. I do know that Trisha went in front of me saying that always believe the victim. That's what I know. So I can see how this is very frustrating and troubling for Trisha. But at the same time, guys, I can't tell you if I was in Trisha's shoes and I was soon to be marrying someone and their ex-girlfriend told me that they did this and this to the person who I'm marrying. I don't know. Like, do I believe the person who I love, who I'm about to walk down the aisle with, or do I believe this person that I believe is a stalker? Like, I don't know until those things happen to me. So, I mean, it is a tough situation, but for me, I'm more on not the Trisha. And oh my gosh, I see a spider. Hold on, I can't do that. Shoot. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to kill the spider because it was one of those jumpy thingies and it just kept... Okay, anyways. Sorry if you were like a spider lover. I'm not. Anyways. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying. Something about... I forgot what I was saying. I completely lost my train of thought. But let me read some comments. Rest in peace, that spider. No, spiders, I'm sorry, Taylor Owen. Spiders are not friends. They will never be friends for me. I mean, I'm so sorry, but they'll never be friends. They'll never be my friends. So, spiders and centipedes, adios. Bye. See you never again. But anyways, long story short, it's just playing devil. Like in real life, it's like, because we all say these things, it's like one of those things where you're talking with your friend and the friend goes, that could never happen to me. Oh, if I was me, this is what I would do. When in reality, do we all really know what we would exactly do in that situation? I don't know. Maybe you really do. But with this, all I'm saying, not to send sympathy towards Trisha's way, because I think this whole video is a piece of shit. However, I just think that, I can see if this was me, how frustrated I would be in this situation.
This person who I just am just chalking up, and I have sympathy and empathy. I understand when a situation doesn't work out and you wish it would. I would see the text and I could feel the pain. Like, why are you with Trisha? She's this, and this. Why are you not with me? Why won't you give me a chance? Why are you giving and I understood that. I understood it.
I feel like she's gloating.
I understood that, and so
she's gloating.
I had sympathy, but now it's gone too far where I'm still getting harassed. This isn't really about Moses because this person's mentioning me as recent as 5 days ago, insinuating that he cheated while we were together with her, saying pretty much verbatim, mentioning me, Trisha Paytas back up. Just remember when you kiss him at the altar where his nose was been when you thought he was being loyal to you, just stuff, and this is just antagonizing stuff that I'm just okay, and it just escalated. It's just now escalated out of control.
I'd feel maybe just a tad bit sympathetic for Trisha, just a little bit, if she would address the teacher, apologize to the teacher. And do you see where they're staring this all? We haven't even hit half of the video yet, And Trisha has talked more about this Moses thing than anything else.
Control, because I just wouldn't give attention to it. And I can't give attention to it. I can't give attention to something that's, I mean, because it has nothing to do with me, but this person has been, from the day I posted a photo, it was like, if you're going to steal my man, like, at least follow me. Like, it's always been about follow me, do this, like, and again, I understand that. I've been there too, where I've wanted something more, and it's sad, it's awful when someone, like, moves on or something like that, but, you know, I read every single text message, all that stuff like that, and again, something that happened before me, I don't have the space to say.
Okay, so XOXO said, but Daphne was 20 years old and Moses was double her age. When you're young, love is dumb. Have sympathy for her like you had for Keem's girl. Interesting, XOXO. I had no idea that, the girl who Moses was dating was 20 years old. Trisha, if this is accurate, because I'm just honestly going off of this chat, I didn't look this up myself, but if this information is accurate, then Trisha, whatever happened to the brain doesn't develop until the age of 25, and like, you know, like what, or 21, like whatever happened to those things, right? Like what? But Trisha is going on this loop saying that this girl, Daphne, is stalking them. So I can't tell you if this is true or not, but if that Daphne girl sent that tweet to Trisha about where your nose has been, then that's effed up and shady, and just Daphne does need to, I wouldn't say move on from being SA. Definitely, if Daphne can take legal actions, definitely do that. And if Daphne needs to like seek therapy in that way, if Daphne has been SA'd by Moses, if these are the case. But according to Trisha, Daphne sounds like a stalker. But the thing is, I don't believe anything Trisha says anymore, because Trisha just lies to fit their own narrative. So it's so hard to believe what they're saying is real and what's not, you know?
But why is your main focus on me, on talking about me? People are getting that confused with like a different catfish that was a different person altogether who admitted this. I know her real identity. This person has also followed me for 10 years. She had the fake account that she was catfishing. The reason I was able to catch that was because I went into this old forum that was kind of like a subreddit. It was called Guru Gossip, where I put her name in with mine, and it popped up from like 2016. So then I was able to show Moses like, hey, this person is a follower of mine. Like, she lied, so she wasn't, but it was, or at least a hater or something.
Even if this person was a follower of Trisha, we saw a photo of Daphne with Moses, so who cares? And even if this follower is a person of Trisha, if Moses during intimacy took off his protection without Daphne's knowledge, then that's still wrong, Trisha.
Look, I'm not excusing any of that behavior, right?
Sounds like you are.
You say all that shit, okay, fine, but like the fact is, all this is from a year and a half ago, and like we've worked past it. But the fact that this person is like bringing up like my wedding and bringing up like stuff, like just mentioning me, as if I'm like, how am I supposed to talk about something that I wasn't even around for or a part of? Like, I already spoke my piece about this. I've already said it. People, you know, I'm not hypocritical. Like, I do think this is the very reason why someone who's 23, 24, 25 should not be in a relationship. And vice versa. And I'm telling you, do you know what I mean? This is why I preach it so hard. But
you know what? How old is Moses? Hold on. Let me look this up. Hold up. Hold the phone. Remember people used to say that? Hold the phone. Hold the telephone. How old is Moses? Morgan Freeman? No. Moses. 43! And he was dating a who now? How young, Trisha? Hypocrite my ass. How old, Trisha? So here you are. Mind you, Trisha said the same thing. Hold up. So Trisha said the same thing about Jason Nash dating a 20-year-old, whatever, right? Talked all this shit about Jason. And here you are, Trisha. Here you are dating someone who did the same damn thing. Isn't that hypocrisy at its finest? Let's read some comments. Oh my goodness. Alyssa Chamorro says, Trisha said in her book, Trisha has a book. Okay. That a big part of her illness is lying just for attention. I mean, come on. Radish says, I don't understand them. Once they say the whole SA wasn't bad at all for her, and then they say it's part of their trauma and he was a bad person that got arrested because of CP. I don't understand. Laugh my ass off, biggest hypocrite on YouTube. At least they dated them. Moses literally had one night stand. Moses is hot and rich. Okay. All right, let's continue watching this.
Because the emotional, the regulation is just not there. And again, not this person's fault, but it is when it starts becoming harassing to the person that's not even involved in this, and it becomes harassment, and it becomes just antagonizing, and just misspeakings, you know, just that there was cheating or something involved. There wasn't. I read through everything. Like, there's multiple texts saying we met one time. There's no cheating. There's no cross-laughing, all that stuff. But again, there's just, when there's so much coming at you, you're just like overwhelmed, and then there is a point where there's just so much you just have to give up, because even after this video there will be 10 to 20 times more things. And I, unlike a lot of other people, I'm not a slave to the Reddit, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to whatever they need to give me attention to. And I know this is just and it's a big forum, by the way. H3 Reddit has 500,000 users. It's very big. They do monitor it, all that stuff.
Why is Trisha so fixated on this Reddit? Like, I get it, but this Reddit is no different than the comments people leave under her TikToks. The comments, well, she disabled the comments on this video, but the comments people leave on all her other videos, like, Trisha talking about this Reddit is like, it's like deflection, you know, blame, it's because of Ethan. And no, it's not. People are still, every single thing in that Reddit, people are still saying under her TikTok comments, under her YouTube comments, they're tweeting her the shit, like, you know, so just stop with the Reddit thing.
That now, having said that, like, I noticed the flare-ups happen again when, as mentioned. So I sent a big long paragraph to everybody, because, you know, it's the crew making jokes and, you know, editing and putting sound bites in and stuff, and I'm just like, and I'm pleading, because at this point I'm like, I'm breaking, right? I'm breaking. Not to say other people haven't. I'm not saying there's other people that aren't suffering from this. I'm breaking. You know, Moses now has these like extremely serious allegation, but now it's just like it's filtering into his work and people.
Okay, you know what? By the way, if Trisha really cared about Moses' work, then maybe Trisha shouldn't have doxed where Moses worked. I mean, Trisha doesn't care about people knowing where he works, because in Trisha's head, once one person knows about where he works, then everyone does. Because if Trisha really cared about where Moses worked, then Trisha wouldn't have released the messages. And now that I think about it, I think Trisha strategically wrote in the Discord or whatever, that message chat room, to Ethan and the H3 people. I think Trisha specifically wrote private information in there so that way Ethan wouldn't release the messages. But in those messages, Ethan was like, just so you know, this isn't private, you know, and I will release these screenshots if I have to. Then Trisha was like, shit, so I might as well release it. But I think Trisha's strategy going into talking into that chat room started off with the mindset of, oh, let me write something personal so that way it doesn't get released. But Ethan already threatened in that chat room that this isn't private, so I'm going to release this, just to let you know. So then the only reason why Trisha released it was to get ahead of Ethan. But yeah, I see Trisha's mind. I see how in my opinion, this is just a theory.
Or tweet and just like really taking a really strong allegation, which now has to be done. Now we have to deal with it legally, right? Like, as it should be at this point, because now it is affecting work. It's not just a rumor. It's not all, like, you know what I mean? And it's an allegation, and it will be addressed, and it will be addressed, like, it has to be addressed legally, and not on for public spectacle display and back and forth and all stuff like that. But I was just like, okay, it's getting way too far. So I bet it, like, Moses's exes, his past, everything has been dug up that you could find and posted on this Reddit. And it's been my mom. There's been stuff that, like, there's just, it's
bringing attention towards this Reddit. Guys, I've seen this Reddit. All of this stuff is literally in everywhere else too. It's just not on the Reddit. People are doing this because of Trisha, not because of Ethan Klein or H3H3.
And now this, and like this family is being harassed, and like now this girl that I went to school with that I haven't talked to in years, like it's just getting, it's just going too far. So I just begged and pleaded, and I said, and again, coming just from a place where I'm like, I'm hoping can we all just agree to stop? Because again, whenever I've talked with someone and we've been able to squash the beef, right? Like, Nick Akato, we talked in person, the beef was squashed. FaZe Banks, I was able to apologize to him, talked in person, beef was squashed, and I want to feel the same for Keemstar. And I'm not Team Keemstar. He asked me my apology. I'm not Team Keemstar. He riles me up the same way. On Sunday morning, he sent me the old texts from Moses, and I was like, this is old news. Addressed it, and that was like the beginning of it. But, there was a time where I begged Keemstar to stop, and he wouldn't. And I'm like, I'm begging and I'm pleading. If someone asks me, I stop. But if someone is begging and pleading, I just can't fathom. So I just thought, this is the best way. I haven't had communication. I'm going to just do it. Like, of course they're going to be like, yes, for everybody's sake, this is the best. Like, it's getting out of hand. But instead it was met with, like, you need to make a statement, and you don't get to tell us what to do, and it's too little too late. I have apologized. Private text first. I apologized via video. I apologized in...
Okay, Trisha, but the thing is that Trisha's apologies mean nothing if Trisha takes it back, goes on Keemstar's podcast, and admits to walking into Ethan's home, recording without his knowledge, but then later taking it back because Trisha realized, oops, I tattled on myself, because that's illegal. So it's like every single time Trisha does something, it's like they go back to square one again because they do something else, and like Trisha's apologies means nothing when they continue on doing the nasty behavior.
Person. And it's just not enough. Too little, too late. I tried to end it all at various stages, and I'm like, it's not too late until it's too late, until the worst, it's not too late until it's too late. And I was just met with coolness, and the first text back was, just so you know, this isn't a private chat. So
we've read it. We are almost 20 minutes into this. I don't hear an I'm sorry. I don't hear any accountability taken. We've read it. I read the whole thing throughout the other last live that I just did. And Trisha, Ethan has that right. You don't control anyone. If Ethan, like, shit, no one can control you. So why would you want Ethan? Ethan doesn't owe you shit. And Ethan even said that in the text message. I owe you nothing. And that's right. He doesn't owe you shit. So if you ask nicely, guess what? Ethan doesn't have to say yes, okay? Because you screwed that shit up the moment you accused his ass of SA or SH, okay? So he doesn't owe you. Stop acting like people owe you anything. No one owes you anything. The only thing you owe is a fucking apology to the teacher for for getting the information or for misspeaking, right? And I mean, you owe that apology to his family, because whether the essay occurred or not, you sat there and put his name on blast. Not only did you do that, but you stated that you reported it, but there's no evidence to support your fucking statement.
This can be made public. So right away, I'm having flashbacks to my text being taken out of context, my text being...
Your texts are not taken out of context. We literally sat here and read them together in the last live. Everything was not taken out of context. You just can't wrap your mind around the fact that people don't believe you. People not necessarily don't believe you, because no one is saying that you have or have not been SA'd, but people are saying that you misspoke, that they want you to answer the discrepancies or the inconsistencies in your stories, and you've failed to manage that. Everyone wants to know, why were you able to joke about SA in a TikTok? Why were you able to make a video about blanking a teacher, hiring actors, while you're in school, blanking a teacher? Why were you able to do all that stuff and it was fun and it was a joke, it was funny? Why were you able to dox this man's, the teacher, the school's getting shit, and now his family's getting shit? Everyone, talk about that. Instead, it's all about I, me.
Wrongly insinuated by everybody involved, that I was just like, oh my gosh, it sent me into an absolute panic. When they wrote back, you can't tell us what to do, and I was like, I'm just asking, I'm just pleading. I don't know, I've stopped talking about them. I don't want to continue this. I've made that clear so many times, and all I asked was, can you just not mention us, because it flares up this whole hatred, and they said no. And when I tried to call, and they said everything in writing, and then Moses talked to him, and at the very end, he's like, we'll be cordial with you. And they said, can you stop talking about Trisha? And he's like, nope, that's what you get when you're married to Trisha Paytas. That was the words for...
Oh, I just wanted to pause this to say thank you, Maury Gone. If you need a mod, I can mod for you. It's funny you say that, because the last live that I just did a few moments ago, I was just like, I'm not going to be on live again until I figure out how this whole mod thing works. And I didn't expect Trisha Paytas to upload a video now. I'll figure it out. I'm not really sure how it works yet, but I'll figure it out hopefully soon, because I'm using a whole software thing. I know no one cares, but I'm learning how to do it differently this time. So, and Daniela, can we get a mod? So I don't know how to get a mod. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to get a mod, guys. Daniela, I'm so sorry. Hey guys, I do apologize. I don't want anyone to be off of the live, but if you are experiencing robots and clones and things of that nature, I'd be more than happy to just make a short video of this later, because I'm not really certain on how to do the whole mod thing, but I will learn. I just got off of a live, and I said I was going to learn, but I wasn't expecting Trisha to post up a video right when I was in the bed, and I was like, I still have energy to do this, so let's make another live. So after I have a better understanding of that, I definitely will. But I feel, I'm so sorry, because I don't know how to, I'm not certain how to do it. Yeah, blocking is peasy easy. I don't know how to do it. Let me see. How easy is it? Let's see. Oh, add a moderator? No! Cancel. Remove moderator. There we go. Okay. Oh, I figured it out. Add moderator. Awesome. Cool. I did it. Yes. And There we go. Oh, okay, so that's how you add a moderator. I'm so stupid. Okay, awesome. I'm so stupid. Okay, I learned something new today, guys. We learned something new. I didn't know it was that easy. Okay.
I was like, wow. Like, at this point, I'm literally not a human. I am literally just an enemy, a target. And I tweeted, I don't know what people want from me. Obviously, I know they want me and Moses to break up. That's literally never going to happen. Like, we have gone through so much at this point. Like, it's not happening. They want me off the internet. I've been on the internet since 2006, long before most people doing this. I work online. I'm not leaving. I want to live harmoniously. And again, if this is karma coming my way for frenemies and years of talking about and gossiping.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I get. Do you guys realize that H3H3, their videos alone, it had less views? I mean, so H3H3 videos, Ethan's podcast, their videos alone without Trisha get less views than frenemies. The reason why people watched frenemies was because they liked the combination of Trisha and Ethan. So it can't be just the foot soldiers that are after Trisha. And I think it's something Trisha says in their head to... It's something Trisha says in their head to make themselves feel better about the situation. When in reality, if they just sat down and was honest with themselves, they realize that, hey, you know what? It's me. It's not the foot soldiers or it's not Ethan. It's actually people are upset with my actions. Duh.
I take it, and I actually thank the universe for teaching me this lesson because it's life ruining. It can be life ruining. And when it's like the fact that I could see these videos and how they could just look it up and be like, well, this person is this, so they can't possibly do this. Like the logic just by someone Googling it. I've had contradictions. I've misspoken. I've heard things that.
Oh, the person that said only mod people who you trust. No, I trust this person who I modded, if that's a word. I've responded to this person on numerous times in comments and stuff, so this person's chill. But on the mod, I'm removing everyone. Honestly, isn't her thing though. Brittany, she misspoke and Moses accusers are liars and stalkers. Gab said she probably took 2 Xanax before recording. Not funny. Let's see. Emily, I will never understand why she makes... So Emily Easton says, I will never understand why she makes these videos addressing everything. It's always the same. She instantly starts off by pointing her finger at everybody else and not taking accountability. Prescribed Candy says, I don't get why she'd want to marry into a family that hates her. What do you think, though? What is wrong? If I was Trisha, that was a good setup. It couldn't have even gotten better than that. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. Whatever. To each their own. I think it needed to just be the Trisha show. No pun intended.
Weren't true. I've heard things and haven't fact checked them. Yes. There's very reason again why I don't need a podcast, why I don't want, and I will, even talking about people like Austin McBroom, people I know about, talking about their relationship and their family, that is damaging and harmful to so many parties when you're not involved, which is another reason, I just can't speak on things when I'm not there, when I'm not present, I can't speak on things that happened when I wasn't around,
Trisha's whole career is speaking on things when she's not around. Trisha's whole career is, I have to go back to the D'Amelios. It's so funny because Trisha was telling a 16-year-old, making fun of a 16-year-old, how you're a public figure. You have to be open to criticism. I specifically remember her saying that, and I remembered watching that Frenemies episode, and I remember Ethan actually having Charlie's back, saying, like, you know, she's young. But now Trisha's like, I regret everything. Now that everyone's coming after me, I've regretted every single thing I've said. Like, we all know by next week, Trisha will be doing the same damn thing that they've been doing their whole entire lives. Even Trisha just stated now that, hey, you know, I've been on the internet and I'm not going to go away. So what else is Trisha going to do on the internet? Doing the same thing that she's doing now, talking about people.
And then the other option people want, I guess, is just for really, truly, they just want me to not be here, to not be alive. And I'm thankful that I am, like, I consider myself a pretty strong, mentally strong person right now. I'm on antipsychotics, and I had a psychotic breakdown, and that's not good. And, it's always something, you know, and there, like I said, there is parts of the internet that are just, they're always going to talk and drop. But now this is like a really serious situation. There's lots of serious things at play, and now we're demanding people to speak when they're not comfortable, and people are speaking, but then now we're like harassing them. And
okay, stop. No one, like, Trisha, like, you guys already know she's full of shit right now. You guys already know that she's not going to admit the fact that she spoke or misspoke or said something incorrectly, doxed a teacher, and let's forget that. But let's all, guys, Trisha wants us to know that Trisha's being harassed, that, you know, Trisha doesn't like when people are forcing her to correct her statements. You know, people don't like that, even though it's wrong what Trisha said, even though this family, the school is getting affected by this whole situation. It's not because of Trisha for doxing them, guys. It's because of that Reddit. It's because of Ethan Klein. That's why this is all happening. Yeah.
And then the person deactivated their account and was scared, and they're like, oh, must be Trish, where did this person go all of a sudden? It's because you guys harass them. They try to show you information to be like, this is real, but no one wants to believe it. No one wants to report on that. No one wants to believe that. As far as me, I am done talking. Like, it has escalated to a point of, it just escalated to a point where I wasn't going to keep talking about it, but then I saw this person being harassed yesterday for defending me, and I was like, it's not even defending me, just sharing their own experience, being like, no, he wasn't arrested, but he was fired for watching this on his computer. There's reasons for in a class full of children. You know, that town is a very small town. They protect a lot of people. I don't keep in touch with anyone back there. I am shocked that anyone would even, you know, come forward and be like, yeah, this person is telling the truth, because I didn't have many friends back there. I never kept in touch with anybody. Like, I'm shocked. I'm very thankful, you know, because it's not until someone else says they had a similar experience to me then people will believe me.
It's not that people don't believe you, Trisha. All people are wanting is for you to address the discrepancies in your story. That is it. That's all people want. Stop making... I remember in her Twitter rant, Trisha was like, it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get, like, Trisha is making this she's making this worse by not addressing the big elephant in the room. The big elephant in the room, okay? And it's like, no one is saying, because honestly, guys, I do believe, if you ask me, I do believe, obviously, Trisha was SA'd. I believe something happened to Trisha Paytas. I believe that for sure. But it doesn't matter what I believe if she's been SA'd or not. Trisha has told us that she's been SA'd, right? So I'm not speaking on that. I've never spoken on that. What I'm speaking on is the story itself, the actual Trisha saying that the first time Trisha stated that students reported this teacher, the second time no one reported, no one believed Trisha, and stating that this person was arrested when there's no evidence to support the statement. So Trisha, stop changing the narrative again. Trisha knows better. Trisha knows what they're doing.
Anything I've ever spoke about when it comes to David, when it comes to anyone, you know, I was there firsthand, and it wasn't until like someone else came forward that and that's fine. And I have zero credibility on the internet. And again, that's fine.
Yep. Yep.
I will
That's true.
believe and trust. I will stop talking about any past experiences I've had.
Okay. Whatever.
Mentioning any name, like it's so scary that the harassment is so scary. It's honestly so triggering, like seeing the name over and over and just saying apologize, and you're just like, and you start to believe that you did something wrong, and I was just like, whoa. I've never been the victim in any of this. I'm pleading for something to stop. If I started it, if I'm instigating it, if I kept it going, okay, I will take all that responsibility.
Wait, is she taking That's what I mean. Notice how every single time Trisha tries to take responsibility, it's always vague. It's purposely vague, so that way they don't incriminate themselves. So I will take responsibility. I will, for anything that I've said, but doesn't really go into detail. So to me, that's not taking accountability, responsibility for shit.
Just like anything to just ask you just to stop, because it is such a big fan base and it's full of hatred, and it's
not just Ethan's fans. You can't.
It's spinning into this Maya and Moses, and it's becoming too much. I checked today on the Reddit, and now it's all animals and show your pets, just spamming down everything. I see there's been post remove. I screenshot everything. There's been post remove, trying to be like, it's not us. It's Trisha's fans too. It's like, okay, if there's crossover, but it's on that Reddit. It's just, and I know they see it. I know Dan moderates it. I know everyone sees it, and I'm just like, I just want to be able to breathe.
Why are you getting fixated on, like, Trisha? What about all the TikToks? Trisha was basically known for being like the drama channel on TikTok. That's basically what Trisha was, a drama channel on TikTok. So what about all those things? It's like the hypocrisy. Through hypocrisy, Webster Dictionary, Trisha Paytas right there. Like, what about all that? It's like all of a sudden Trisha's just so forgetful of all of their actions and what they've done in the past. Forget that. Like, Trisha, according to this video, Trisha said she's never going to talk about her past again. Bull freaking shit. She said she's been on the internet since 2006 or whatever. Please, we're in 2021. We got years to go. Trisha's not going to stop talking about her past. Who is she fooling? No one. This is just another Trisha Paytas video.
And not have to worry. I had the biggest, again, just breakdown where I just thought, oh my gosh, like, all of it, just shame on you, shame. And I was like, that's what, from Ethan, I was just like, I didn't do anything. I just don't know where to go with all of this right now. How do I prove something? It's just a lot. I just needed a minute. I just needed someone to be like, okay, we'll stop talking. But it's really harmful. It's really dangerous. And I was at my wit's end.
I see a lot of people saying I was screaming. Sorry.
And I just wanted the world to know, the universe to know. I'm just like, please let them stop talking about me and making jabs, because I just never received so much hate, and just also just people digging and trying to spin something. And I'm very careful.
It's funny to me, like, where's the hate coming from, Trisha? Like, it's not, I mean, gosh, I wish I could just go on her TikTok right now so you guys can see that you guys know the hate is more. There's hate in this chat room right now. Like, the hate is not just from this Reddit that Trisha keeps talking about. Trisha is actually promoting this subreddit. I mean, I feel like I'm about to subscribe or do whatever the heck to watch this Reddit thing. That's how much Trisha's talking. It makes me kind of think, does Trisha really want this Reddit to go away? Or does Trisha just want people to keep talking about her? Is this some plan to get people to continue talking about her always? Like, what's going on here?
With my words online, like I said, I know I misspeak. I say stuff that, like, I don't fact check, like, all the time. But something like this, and then I'm like rambling at this point, but I really, from here on out, like, I can't combat every lie if I'm silent. Oh,
Whatever. Okay, so Judgmental says, Robin Williams essayed her, 3 teachers at the same school, and her stepfather. Her mom has also mentioned her boyfriend falling into. Okay. There are about 20 accusations total. Um, Here's the thing. I can't obviously sit here and be like, oh my gosh, Trisha was lying about that stuff, because I really don't know what happened to Trisha. But all we do know is like the facts here. And Trisha lied and clearly is going to continue on. Not with the SA, but Trisha's not going to address that they misspoke about the teacher being arrested. Trisha will address that the teacher's family, the school has been harassed. But that's not because of Ethan Klein or the H3H3 podcast. That's all due to Trisha doxing this teacher's name. That's what this is all because, Someone also said, why does Trisha not lose any subs? And she was at like, I think 5.13 at one point. So Trisha was losing subs. So, yeah.
they're guilty because they're not saying anything. They know they're caught. If I say something, there's just more to pick at. There's more to dig at. There's more. She's trying to manipulate people. There's literally no winning. And I am making this video because I work online. I have to continue posting online. I want to do what I've always been doing, which is like lifestyle. Posting my own stuff.
Trisha had to think what she does online.
And just like, let me be happy. I've seen all this stuff. I've addressed all this stuff. Like, I know people really, really don't want to see me happy. And ultimately, for people that do follow me, that are like, we don't know what's going on, but we really, I needed to make this for them too, because there are great people that, that follow me, and I absolutely love what I do. I've been on the internet 15 years doing this, and it's just like, there are amazing people out there. I love what I do. I love the internet when I focus on me. I feel like I thrive the most when I'm focused on myself and not talking about other people. And again, if people can talk about other people and gossip, there's so many TV channels, and if you can separate that, that's great. But for me, I can't. Like, it really does. It feeds something so negative in me, and I don't like it. So I wish people would fact check. These titles are getting so ridiculous. The stuff is scary because it does.
Fact check. So maybe Trisha should fact check. Oh, goodness. This video was a waste of my time. I knew it was going to be, but okay, we're just going to stay in here because it's 28 minutes. We're 28 minutes and 1 second in, and this video is 30 minutes long. So let's do this, guys. Let's just take one for the team and let's finish this addressing everything, even though Trisha addressed absolutely nothing.
Let's go into
thank you, Marie Woods. Thank you for saying it like this. Trisha's having a breakdown because she's busted and knows it. Mysterious did a deep dive uncovering everything. That's why. Yup. And Trisha knows it, Mary. And so Trisha's doing everything she can to address things without addressing nothing.
Real life. And I know Ethan and Hila know that better than anyone when they've gotten unwanted, calls to their house. I know they know how it feels. So I thought reaching out would just be like, hey, let's just all call truce, like everything. And
the problem is, Trisha, is that they tried to reach out to you, and as a response, you went into their home and recorded them without their knowledge.
Just being immediately met with, I'm going to show these texts. Like, whenever something's hanging over my head like that, I have to show it. I was in a complete hysteria. Again, I apologize if I worried anybody, but I want it to end, and I am sorry again for. For inciting any of this. Like, I can't, and I just wanted to stop. I'm like, it's literally like I'm begging. Like, I'm just begging.
If you want this to stop and you're begging for this to stop, then maybe Trisha would probably be in your best interest if you sat down with your attorney and come up with something that you can say that's not going to incriminate yourself, because let's be real, that's what you're really worried about, being sued, and make a statement. That's what you do, Trisha.
Trying to like move on and move forward, and like, again, I'm hoping this just ends it. This, at least on my end, you know. Seeing that specific situation that happened to me, and just seeing the spam of the name and all this stuff over and over, and then just like, and then just hearing it from him, I just like, you have to talk about this, and I was like,
really?
It's just
Trisha spent the majority of this video blaming Ethan Klein for absolutely everything. You know, this is not Ethan's fault. This is not H3H3's fault. This was your story. You told it to the world, and you were inaccurate about some information. That's what this is about. It's not about stop fixating on the H3 subreddit because your TikTok comments are worse, and keep it going, Trisha. Like you've said yourself, you've been on the internet for 2006. So what does the H3 Reddit is going to do to you? I've seen horrific comments on your YouTube channel before, and I haven't seen you complain about that before.
Too much. It's just too much, and I am.
Yeah,
better.
this is
Again,
too much.
I went private because I literally had a breakdown. Like, I don't know. Again, if I didn't have Moses here, you guys have seen it before when I've been single. Like, I spiral, and I'm sure, and I know, and it's been said in text too. I've seen them like wanting me to spiral and stuff, and I know that's a lot of people's goal, and like,
no one's goal is to see Trisha spiral. Everyone's goal is to try to get Trisha to take accountability. That's everyone's goal. Like, I feel like everyone would just, the world would freeze if Trisha was just like, I'm so sorry. I should have never said this. Like, I think we would all be shook because Trisha, she talks about, oh, I take accountability for things, or I say this, when Trisha doesn't. This is a moment to where Trisha just needs to own it. Hey, I was wrong about some things. Yes, I was SA'd, but I was wrong about this, that, and the other. Like, it's simple as that. And Trisha is dragging this out because Trisha doesn't want to admit any fault at all, basically.
It's happened. And it's happened, obviously, we all know, been to a mental hospital 3 times. It's, you know, I'm fortunate that I'm aware of this. I am okay. I'm on antipsychotics, but anyways.
Antipsychotics.
Okay.
All right. So that was the video. I can't believe we got through that video, guys. I really can't. That was something else. All right, so that was the video. Damn. Overall, that video was an F. That video, 1 out of 10. If a 0 was on there, that would be a 0. Trisha, long story short, guys, did not take responsibility for absolutely anything. Trisha blamed Ethan for all of the harassment. You know, even though they're the person who doxed the teacher's name, and everyone knows the teacher's school, and everyone, you know, knows the teacher's family. Trisha claims this was a small town, and still, knowing that this was a small town, still managed to dox that person's information anyways. So Trisha blames Ethan, the H3 Reddit, because they have control over everything. So Trisha took no accountability, isn't sorry for anything, says that they have been on the internet since 2006, and they're going to continue doing the same thing without talking about their past anymore. I highly doubt any of this is going to happen, but we will see. Trisha is a piece of shit, in my opinion. I think Trisha doesn't know how to take accountability, even though she claims that she knows how to. I think that Trisha just is going to continue to blame Ethan, and I honestly think that whole entire family, they need to go seek some serious therapy. Everyone Everyone in that damn family, sit down, talk to a therapist, because they need to talk this shit out, because it's only going to get worse. It honestly is not going to get any better. And this is what going on. What are we on, Tuesday or Wednesday? I think maybe we're on Wednesday. And yeah, this is okay. Now it's exactly 12 a.m. So I'm Eastern time here. It's exactly Wednesday for me. And I can see this being still a very long week. I highly doubt, I wouldn't even be shook if tomorrow I woke up and there was another video by Trisha Paytas, okay? But yeah, leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole entire situation. I'm gonna go to bed now, I'm gonna go to bed. This was just a piece of a shit of a video. Trisha took just no accountability for absolutely freaking nothing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining the live. Just thanks, Miss Jillian Ray. Ethan's recent tweet is bomb. Wait, did Ethan tweet something else? Because I've only read 2 tweets. So before I get off here, let me see if he tweeted something else real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Ethan. Let's see if Ethan had, because I know Ethan had 2 tweets. Okay, good. He just had those 2 tweets. Okay, yeah. So yeah, guys, that was that. That was my opinion. It was a piece of shit to me. And yeah, good night, guys. Thank you for watching.